What did we witness, man? Santiago Gimenez has got to be the most unluckiest player that I know, man. This guy had the perfect moment in the 90-plus minute coming on as a sub, a Chilena, a winner to get 9 points in the group, beat Costa Rica. Chris would have been right in his prediction. He predicted 1-0. And it just seemed like the perfect story the perfect story ending for Santi Gimenez to finally kickstart his selección career. It would have been his first big moment since his goal against Panama in the Copa Oro final a couple years ago. And I thought it was done. And you get disallowed, man. I still don't understand how it got disallowed. Even Landon Donovan, a U.S. legend, a pundit now, even said the call was absolutely crazy, which I absolutely agree with. In no world, I still don't see how that's offside. The guy, Santi wasn't even in like the play when the first offside mark got called, which makes zero sense to me. But I feel very, very bad for Santi, man. It was supposed to be his moment.
I don't even care what the rules say, bro. That's never offside. And I know people in the comments are going to be like, those little nerds are going to be like, oh, you know the rules. That's the rule. Like, bro, fuck the rules. Like, if that's the rule, you need to change the rules. Because there's no world where that should be offside. How is someone offside who's not even involved in the play? Like, it got crossed to the other side of the box. A Costa Rican defender hits it intentionally. It wasn't like it was a deflection. He intentionally heads it in the air, and Santi bags the goal. Like, there was never a moment where he was offside. Like, from the initial kick of the free kick, like, sure, but he wasn't involved in the play. How could he be offside? That makes no sense. And then the moment the Costa Rica defender hit it, like, he was still on. And even if he wasn't, it hit off the Costa Rica defender's head. So it would have been on either way. Absolute robbery. Like, and not only that, bro, like, this referee, I feel like this is always against Mexico. Like, every time I see his face, I'm like, oh, I just know it's going to be a bad day. But, like, it was, I can't believe it because, like, I was so happy for Santi, bro. I'm like, I really thought that was his moment, his coming of age moment for La Selección. Like, I know he had that moment against Panama a couple years ago, but I felt like, oh, this is the one that's going to kickstart his career, bro. Game winner against Costa Rica. It was a frustrating game. Keylor Navas was playing like Keylor Navas. And then Raul Gimenez missing an absolute sitter. It just felt like one of those games where, like, it's just not going to happen for us today. And the way it did happen, I'm like, oh my God, an absolute banger of Chilena for Santi. Like, this is it. And then we got absolutely robbed. It's a terrible, terrible decision. Like you said, like, there was everybody online, the commentators, pundits, even like USMNT pundits, like you said, Landon Donovan. Everyone was saying that's a bogus call, bro. Like, it was more interpretation too. Like, I don't get it. It was.
It felt like it was done. Like, as soon as Santi got up in there, like, the whole stadium, you just felt like the whole stadium went up with him. And he just blasted into the back of the net. Everyone's celebrating. I walked away because I thought the game was over. I was trying to, like, interview other people and stuff. And then I just see on the TV, like, the ref going to VAR check. I'm like, no, there's no way. And obviously he blew it. Absolutely devastated. Yes, Mexico does go through first place, but like we keep saying in the previous videos, not satisfied, innit?
I felt so robbed yesterday that I didn't even care that we topped the group. I just felt so robbed. Like, for Santi, I'm like, bro, like that's just bogus. Like, I wasn't even happy. Like, I mean, now looking at it, whatever, we did our job, went undefeated, topped the group, and we have a pretty favorable way to the final. But, like, I don't know, like, it was just bad.
Before we get to the positives and negatives about this game, I want to give a quick shout out to Piojo Herrera. I think they were there for the taking. We missed a lot of chances, but I still think at the end of the day, Piojo Herrera had a good game plan for Costa Rica. They gave us a great match, a very entertaining 0-0 game, to be honest. And yeah, it was good to see Piojo Herrera go up to the players before the game started. Everyone, like, hugged them and stuff. It was a pretty cool moment. Keylor Navas, man, absolute legend. If there's any Costa Ricans watching this video, let me know in the comments. Shout out to all you guys. You guys are very cool. And yeah, I have very high faith Costa Rica will beat USA in the next round, but that is not for Asada right now. Now let's get into the positives.
The thing that sucks about this game, bro, and this is a positive, first and foremost, is I felt this was easily our best game of the Gold Cup. And it's the only one we haven't won. Like, I felt so unjust. Like, this is the game we created the most. This is the game where, like, again, if it wasn't for Keylor Navas in net, we probably stomped them 3-0. Like, we created enough chances. Marcelo Ruiz could have scored a couple times. Raul Jimenez should have scored a couple times. He missed the sitter. Navas saved another one. And then obviously Santi's goal. I felt like this was easily our best performance. Like, I really never felt, outside of that one Costa Rica chance where they hit the bar, from distance. It wasn't even like some created play. It was just like a long shot. Like besides that, like I felt we completely dominated the game, and it was good to see. I mean, Marcel Ruiz, like that's for me my number one positive because the reason I felt like we played so well was because of him. Like he was pulling the strings left and right. Like he just so light years clear of like Charlie. Like I even tweeted it during the game. I'm like, bro, it actually kind of gets me mad sometimes how good he's doing because it reminds me of all the years wasted, all the caps wasted on Charlie Rodriguez when it should have been Marcel Ruiz this whole time. Like I think honestly, bro, like I know I'm getting ahead of myself right now, but I think for the longest time we knew Edson was starting in the midfield and we had no idea who the two eights were because they were all mid. I think we found Marcel Ruiz like that. He's like the second missing piece of the puzzle, and hopefully Elias Montiel or someone else like that. Hopefully Montiel could be the last piece of the puzzle. But like I feel like we finally found like at least two midfielders. Like those are the two that are gonna from now to the World Cup. Like Edson Ruiz. Now we just need to find the last one.
Yeah, I think that goes to my first positive too. The fact that Vasco is open to changes. I mean, he switched the formation, kind of what we've been asking for. The good thing is that we tested Santi and Raul for several games, and I think Vasco tried his very best to get them to work, and it simply hasn't. So he went into this game, only started Raul, and obviously started Luis Chavez, who hasn't really been starting, and Marcel Ruiz. And that's instant impact right there. Marcel Ruiz ran that first half. He was spectacular, in my opinion. And obviously, you have Mateo Chavez, too. Just a breath of fresh air, having a different left back that is just much more creative, much better on the ball, younger, obviously. So, yeah, I wasn't surprised that we were instantly playing better. Like, those changes were key. Now, do you have another positive?
You hit the nail on the head. Like one thing I will give to El Vasco, he's willing to change things. I said this last episode. Like he might not get the changes right, but when he sees a problem, he'll try to something new. Like he saw a problem with Gallardo, put in Mateo Chavez, it worked. Saw a problem with Charlie, put Marcel Ruiz, it worked. He benched Santi and put Quiñones. That change did not work, but at least he tried something new. And yesterday he tried Jorge Sanchez again. Another change that did not work. So like he's willing to change as a positive. Just sometimes the changes aren't the right ones, but that is a positive that he is willing to change things. I think that's good.
I think my main negative, obviously, we didn't finish our chances. I think that's more on Costa Rica, though. They were very good defensively, and Keylor Navas, like I said. But I think Jorge Sanchez, man, I mean, I've seen this guy in person many times. He's just much more worse in person, isn't he? The guy has no good ball control. Defensive IQ is close to none. It was actually good to see him lose the ball so many times right in front of Vasco because you can see Vasco's reaction like, bro, this guy. And there was a play where like he went back. He lost the ball. Costa Rica got a corner, and he was kind of getting pressed by some of the defenders like Cesar Montes. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
He was getting like in trouble, and I was like, yeah, bro, tell him 'cause this guy needs to. It's not the fact that he's not aware, but he's just not good, isn't he? And that's why I was like, okay, Vasco made a change, but why Jorge Sanchez? There's Julian Araujo, much better on the ball. We haven't seen him yet. Like, why not give him a chance? Even Israel Reyes, he's not good going forward, but at least he's a solid defender. Like, he's guaranteed to not get past like Jorge Sanchez does. But I think overall, chances missed, and Jorge Sanchez starting was pretty bad. And then obviously, Charlie getting subbed in. I could go about that all day, though.
For me, the only two players that played like trash yesterday were Jorge Sanchez and Piojo Alvarado. But I will give Piojo Alvarado credit for that ball that he gave to Raul Gimenez. That was absolutely on a dime. Raul Gimenez should have finished that. Piojo should have had an assist. But outside of that, I thought Piojo was pretty bad, like sending crosses to nowhere, kicking him out of bounds. He was really like the least threatening attacker in my opinion the whole game. But he did have that one moment. I'll give him credit for that, but I didn't really like how he played. And then Jorge Sanchez was just, I mean, God bless his soul, bro. Like I've defended him in the past. He tries, but like you said, he tries. He just is not good though. Like yeah, he'll give you effort, but like he's just not a good player. We're slowly starting to figure out who is good and who's not. Jorge Sanchez, I would drop. I know we played better without two strikers yesterday, but I'm not ready to abandon that idea because I honestly think one of our biggest weaknesses right now is the wingers, bro. Like Piojo, yeah, he did that one chance, but besides that, he really did nothing. Vega, he was decent, but like Vega hasn't really shown what he did at the Toluca. Like Chino hasn't really showed what he did at that one season at Pumas, and now that he's in Europe, like I feel like wingers are our biggest weakness. Like I would not mind playing with no wingers. Like you just saw, we can get creativity from the left back, Mateo Chavez. We can get creativity in the midfield. Marcel Luis, throwing Marcel Luis in there, Luis Chavez for long shots, have Gil Mora at cam. For me, that's the perfect system. like a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond. Edson in the middle, Marcelo Ruiz on the right, Chavez on the left, Mora at Cam, and the two strikers. Like right now, none of our wingers are good. And if you want width, that's where you bring in a Julian Araujo. That's where you have Mateo Chavez. I feel like that's still the missing piece. So for me, that was like another negative that like we're still trying like this whole winger thing. Like yes, we looked better yesterday, but I don't know. I feel like our wingers are so mid. Like we just need to like we look better when we control the game more. When we have more midfielders. Like I don't know. For me, that was the biggest takeaway. Like lack of quality winger play, and then Jorge Sanchez. Like that, pretty much it.
So that was our reaction to Mexico's draw against Costa Rica, guys. Make sure to drop in the comments what your biggest takeaways were. Our next video this week will obviously be our preview to the first knockout game against Saudi Arabia later this week. So definitely do not miss out. Chris, any last comments?
Nah, bro, that's pretty much it. We'll get to the preview against Saudi Arabia later this week.
Make sure to drop a like, guys. We'd highly appreciate it. Subscribe to Futbol Asada for the best Mexican footy content on the planet. Hit the post notice for that video later this week. Click the links down below to chat with us on Discord and follow all of our socials. And we'll catch you guys next game. Vamos.
Peace.